So it's actually recording now.
Right.
So we just we've come in straight off the porch because it's very hot today. Do you ever sit out on the porch now?
Do I ever what?
Do you ever sit on your porch?
Do I sit on my porch? That's what you said. Okay. Yeah, I was. You see the chair out? I was sitting out there. Yeah, I was out there sitting on the porch the other night.
When do you usually sit out there? Because what people are doing is inviting me for porch talks. So I'm really interested in the space of the porch and the indoor-outdoor sport. And I'm fascinated that you have the double porch.
Well, this is the old house, and that's why we do have the double porch. But unfortunately, those slats that they had here rotted, so I had to take them off.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So can you not sit on the top porch at all?
No, I wouldn't, not now. This one here, my husband fixed it up.
Okay.
So, but the other one, I wouldn't dare sit on it now.
You'll have to get Robin to sit on it to fix it for you. Because it's such a beautiful, as you drive up the road, it looks so beautiful.
Well, that's what we told different ones. So the only one on the road here with a double porch, that's how you can, we're 4 miles out from the store, from Red Light. 1/10 we drive in the doorway. Right here.
Well, I went too far because I was looking at the numbers and suddenly there's a great big jump between numbers on the mailboxes.
Yes, because they put that in because of the rescue squad, and they don't want to. We had our box changed 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yes. The last one they said they were going to put it in between because if people built in between here, that they wouldn't have to redo the numbers again.
Oh, I see. Right. So I was thinking I'd had a lot further to go, and then I was driving, and I went, "Oh, there's the double porch," and so I had to drive on to turn around.
Right.
And then came back, and I thought, no, it's got to be your house because you said the double porch.
Well, I looked for you about 4 o'clock, and I said, "Let's go watch 4 o'clock." I don't know if she's coming.
I was definitely coming, but I was driving from Albany. And that was interesting. Yeah, it was an interesting drive.
The drive up through the right.
And I was, I thought for a minute I was going to have to stop and let you know I was going to be late, but I made it in time.
Yeah, you did. Made it in time.
So how often would you sit out on the porch? Is it early evening? When is porch time?
Oh yeah, you'd have to in summertime in the evening. But see, when it's so hot out right now, you wouldn't want to try to sit out there because the sweat would just pour it off, and it just like it's doing it now. Even in here, I just turned the air conditioner on.
Oh right.
It's so hot out, you know.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sticky as well,
yes, it is. It has been this summer. It's been one of the hottest Julys that we've had in a long, long time.
Right.
In years.
Well, I have to say that the first few days, I was acclimatizing.
Yeah.
And I really thought, ooh, I don't think I can do this. It was I was completely expiring by the end of the day.
No, this is just it, see. Now, it was on TV. Bob Kovacevic put it on TV. It's one of the hottest summers that we've had, and I've forgotten how many years he mentioned. A good many years. This is the hottest summer we've had. Because it's 80, 90 degrees. Most of it's been 90.
Yeah.
And always 80 and above. All of July. All of July.
So usually in the summer, do people use their porches more, or
not until a little bit towards fall because it's too hot out there. Not unless you have a fan sitting there. As you notice, the sun goes over that way. It comes up here in the east and goes to the west. But if you sit out there and the sun's on you, you're going to be pretty warm.
Baking. Yeah.
Yep.
So what is the porch for then with this house? Was it?
Well, it's really to sit out there and enjoy it, especially in the early spring. Not awful early spring, but in the spring when it's warmer. And in the fall, when it's cool, you sit out on the porch.
Right.
But in the meantime, you sit out back here, it's cooler.
Okay. So you've got a back area spot to keep it cool.
Right. Well, see, we built onto this house. This here is built. My husband built this on. It used to be our They told us we couldn't have our office in here, so we built that as for the office up there.
Oh, really? What, you can't have an office in here?
No, we couldn't have the office in here, they told us. That was illegal, so we put it out there. He made everything up and could take everything off that he put up there, so that was okay. And we put the office out there for people to come in and talk to him and stuff. And to do the paperwork and all that. And I done all the paperwork. And once a year I take it over to the CPA.
What's the CPA?
He puts it all in categories to see how much you owe the government.
Oh, so it's the tax accountant.
Yes, it is. To see how much you owe the government.
Do the bills and the taxes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So how long? So your husband and now your sons are in the excavating business, and you worked in the excavating business.
Yeah. Oh, I was a gopher. Go get this, go get that. Besides, take care of the paperwork and take care of the kids.
And look after everybody else. But so I was intrigued when you said about getting up at 2 in the morning and getting everybody off to work and stuff. So how early did everyone start?
Well, he had at that time he was doing logging it for another guy. He worked for a while for this other guy, excavating and logging in the winter. Excavating in the summer and logging it in the winter. Because in the winter with all the snow you can't
yeah, there's no excavating.
No excavating.
Presumably the ground, apart from the snow, but the ground must be really hard.
Oh yeah, it's froze tight. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. So
how cold does it get?
Well, it got to we went to Florida in 1971 and it got 50 below, and that's the first time my son had ever seen 50 below zero.
And you weren't here?
We weren't here, no.
Luckily.
But we'd seen that before, because when we lived in the little house, oh yeah, it was nothing but 25, 50 below during the winters.
I can't imagine what 50 below feels like.
Really cold. You want to put on a lot of clothes and have a nice warm car.
Right. So it's like your hats on, gloves on before you even went out.
Yeah. Well, when he went out to do the logging, he had on more clothes compared to what he'd earned all week buying the clothes. Wow. Just one day, he had that amount of money we had in his clothes that he earned all week.
Oh, wow.
And finally, we got to the point, after a while, after a few years, that he didn't have to, he drew unemployment because it was so hard and it was getting hard for him.
Oh, wow.
So he drew unemployment during the winters. And I stocked up on groceries and everything, and had a pantry. I've always had a pantry stocked up on groceries and stuff. And that's what we...
So you kind of stored up for the winter and kind of got through the winter?
Yep.
Until you could do excavating in the summer?
In the spring, yeah. In the spring you start out.
Wow.
So that's what we did.
Gosh. So it's tough up here in the winter?
Oh yes, it is. Very tough here in the winter.
Because I can't imagine. So, I mean, what do you use? Does the porch then in the winter time just become?
Oh, nothing. You don't go on a porch.
You don't ever go on, or don't put your wellies on there, or your Wellington boots. Or it just sits there.
So that's why I was telling you, just in the spring and the fall, when you go out and sit on your porch. In the summertime, it'd be so hot you couldn't do it. In the wintertime, it's too cold. You ain't gonna do it. You're gonna stay inside.
So, how do you feel about the porch then?
I like the porch. My husband did a great job on putting the railings around and everything, and it looks very nice. We had the cement put up, and out there's a cement. We had that. He hired that done because he didn't have time to do it himself. And it's a nice porch. I have my bird feeder out there. I have one for the hummingbirds and one for the other birds.
Oh wow!
The cardinals come, and I have a grosbeak come, and I have the canaries come. The yellow canaries come. I keep that out there for them.
I saw my first hummingbird the other day. Because we don't have them in England at all.
Oh, they're neat. They're neat. They come back every year.
So you do... Oh, that's great. So do you actually sit and watch them, or do you see them from the window?
Oh, yes. See, I have that open most of the time. I have it open usually in the morning, but in the afternoon, the sun comes in there, and it shines so hard on that picture window, it'll heat this right up in here real hot.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I keep that closed, so it keeps it
cool.
Yeah, cooler in here, yes.
Pleasant. Yeah, no, it's very lovely, because it's very interesting to come straight in. This is sort of my first porch kitchen talk. Because that was so lovely, because I was interested that, because often the porch is that in-between space before you're, you know, you can sit on the porch and it's sort of semi-private, semi-public, but you're not right inside the family home. And it's you better, it's like, come right in.